When you open the template link, you're going to click the Remix button in the top right corner of your screen. That's going to open up this video template that we have created for you. Now it has a lot in it, so it might take a few seconds to load. Just be patient. After it loads, you can take this black bar and scroll it across the whole video to see some of the different ideas we've come up with and hopefully spark some ideas for you. There are a lot of instructions on how to complete things, but I'm also going to walk you through that in this tutorial. All of these images are AI generated, and all of the text with the cool textures inside are also AI generated. I'm going to show you all of that. I'm going to take it back to the beginning, and on the second page of this project, I'm going to click on the background and go over to those settings in the Generate Image button. That's going to bring up the original prompt that was used to create this AI image. Now I can change just pieces of it. You'll see there are parts in parentheses and brackets. You can change things within that and it'll keep the same idea, and then you get to just change some of the details. So that's what I'm doing here. The more descriptive you are, the better image you're going to get out of it. I want mine to look photorealistic, so I'm going to change this setting here to photo. And then down at the bottom, I'm going to click the Generate button. So in just a few seconds, I'm going to have 4 images pop up, and I'm going to show you all 4, and then I'm going to decide on which one I like. Here on the left, I can scroll through the different AI generated images and choose which one I like the best. All are very similar, but I'm going to stick with this one. Next, I'm going to add in an animated character. On the left, I'm going to click the Media button. At the top, I click Video, and then I click Animate Characters. Once I am in here, I am going to change the category to All so you can see how many characters you can choose from. There are hundreds of different characters, and they're always adding more. So pick one that's going to work really well for your travel guide. I'm going to go with Stardust because that is the official Adobe Express mascot. I'm going to scroll back up to the top, click on background, change it to transparent so I can see that AI image behind me, and then click record. Hey everyone, welcome to your Winter Wonderland travel guide. My name is Christina and I'll be your tour guide today. Now Adobe Express is going to do its magic in the background. It's going to make some decisions based off of my voice, and it's going to animate that character for me. It's designed to work in about 30 seconds to a minute, so don't expect Disney or Pixar quality animation, but it's still a really fun tool to use, and it's a great way for you to use your voice without having to be on camera. So now that it is done processing, it's going to pop that video straight into my project. I'm going to delete that text, make some adjustments, and let's preview it. Welcome to your Winter Wonderland travel guide. Did a pretty good job, so I'm going to keep it. I'm going to come up to the top and delete this piece of text that I don't need anymore. And let's move on to our next page. Make sure that you're adding your animated character to each page, but for now, let's continue with the AI. I'm going to click on the background, go to the panel on the left, and I'm going to just delete this entire prompt and use a very simple one to show you what it can do. So let's make a penguin toboggan, and I want it to be photorealistic again. So I'm going to click on Photo and Generate. It's going to make me 4 images of a penguin on a toboggan, hopefully. And I'm going to pick my favorite one. Did a pretty good job. I could probably convince you that that's a real penguin on a real toboggan in some snow. So I'm going to delete this text, and down here at the bottom, this is another one of the AI features. I'm going to click on it, but you'll see on the left that this font is not in my font library. So I'm going to go ahead and change it to something that is in my library so I can make adjustments to it. Now that I've changed it, I'll come in here and I'm going to delete the words that it says, because this isn't a desert ice rink anymore. Let's move it a little bit first. I'm going to delete this and change it to penguin toboggan. This is one of the adventures on my travel guide. So I'm going to delete that text and rewrite what my adventure is. And you'll see that it is now filled with the same texture that it was before, but now it's just in my words. I'm going to move it up here for better readability. And that looks good, so let's go to the next page. Here there are two different ways that you can add onto your project. Down at the bottom you can click the three dots and duplicate a page, or you can simply just use one of the pages we already have, delete the text and maybe some of these graphics that we put on there to help you, and then really just play with the different AI images that already exist. So in this one, click that background, click the generate image tile again. I'm going to delete the original prompt and I'm going to add in another one. So I really want this to look like actual building blocks made out of ice, and I want them giant. So I want to make sure that I use some of those key words. I'm still going with photorealistic because I really enjoy the way it looks. And when I click generate, it's going to take just a second. It's going to give me those 4 results again. I'm going to pick my favorite. These look pretty cool. And I'm going to go with this one. Again, I'm going to highlight that text down at the bottom. I'm going to write in the name of my adventure from my travel guide. I'm going to adjust that text box, make sure that all of the words fit on one line, and then shrink it down so it fits on the page. I'm going to move it over just a little bit. And now here's how I can change the actual texture. I'm going to scroll down on that left panel to the generate text effects, and I'm going to put in the text box what kind of effect I would like inside of my text. I'm going to go with ice. I want it to stay within the text as best as possible. And I'm going to generate that effect. It's going to give me 4 different options again. I can click through. Now it takes a second to apply the texture to all of the letters, so just be patient with it. It is working. And then you can see that my words now look like ice blocks. So I'm going to continue with that same thing. I'm going to go to the next page, delete the text, change the AI image to something that I have come up with. Now I want a polar bear hugging booth. I'm not so sure that AI knows what that is because it doesn't actually exist. So I'm going to describe the picture I want in words rather than just say polar bear hugging booth. So I want my polar bear to be standing in a wooden shelter. I want an open window and no glass. So that's my way of describing a hugging booth without writing hugging booth. And then I'm going to generate some images. Once again, going with photorealistic. Here are my 4 images. That first one's really not going to work for me, but these other 3 are pretty good. So I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to change that text again to this adventure. Looks pretty good. On the left panel, I'm going to scroll down to generate text effects. I'm going to change the prompt to polar bear fur and generate. I'm going to pick the one that looks most like the actual polar bear that I have there. This one looks pretty good. And I'm going to adjust this text. I'm just going to move it up here for better readability. Now I don't need this page, so I'm just going to go to those 3 dots in the timeline and delete all of these extra pages. I just don't need them for my project. I've already got my 2 to 3 adventures and stops along the way. So let's delete all of these extra tiles. Now this last page is going to show us some bonus features. We're going to add in some animation. So I want to animate this piece of text. Here at the top, I can click the animation button and my panel on the left will change. I want it to bungee in like that. Beautiful. But I'm going to click those gears and I'm going to make some more adjustments. I'd like it to bungee for longer and a few more times. So that's looking pretty good. Let's click over to this one and I'm going to animate this text. I can scroll down to animation in the left panel and I can get the same features. Now that I've showed you how to do some animations, let's get some cool transitions going between your scenes. I'm going to click that plus sign in between two of the scenes and click on transitions. Now I have these different options for moving from one scene to the next. So pick one of your favorites and add it in between each scene just to make your movie a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to choose that one. And then the second thing is I'm going to add in some music. There's a couple different ways to get there. You can go to Media, and then at the top, go over to Audio. You can also just go underneath your timeline to that Add Audio button. There are sound effects and music within this panel. So let's search for something that might go with your story. So because mine's a winter holiday adventure, let's go to some holiday music. You'll see these different timestamps, so you're going to want to pick something similar to the length of your video. I'm going to pick one of these, use the preview button. And if I like it, I can just drag it straight down. Now I can bring that black bar back to the front and I can preview it here, but I want to show you one more really cool feature. This is layer timing. So I want this text to come in a little bit after this slide starts. So I'm going to show the layer timing at the bottom, adjust that purple bar of the text, and now when I preview it, that text comes in just a second after this slide starts playing. You can also add a voiceover so that you can talk about your adventure without being on screen or using one of those animated characters. I'm going to click on the music one more time and I'm going to bring it down to 20% so it doesn't compete with my voice with the animated character. I can also fade the music in and out at the beginning and end of my video. Now I can take that black bar back to the beginning, I can press the play button, and I can preview my video. Now the last thing we have to do is share our video. We can come up to the top and click on that download button. When we're in there, make sure it's an MP4. We want high quality 1080p, and we're going to download. If you don't want to download, you can also create a shareable link to send to your teacher or to your classmates. If you're working on this project with someone, you can go to this person with a plus sign button and add collaborators. You can search for them, put in their email, or send them a link.